For the past 11 weeks, I've been using ChatGPT to lose weight. And it's probably the first time in my life that something has actually worked. I was heavy as a child, and I continued to hold on to that weight. And I think I've tried every diet imaginable. But it wasn't until I used AI that I finally figured it out. And as it turns out, it wasn't that big of a secret. It has to do with calories. And essentially, I've been calorie counting, but it's gone a lot further than that because AI has also helped me to analyze the ups and downs that go along with any weight loss program so that I can stay on track even with certain disappointments that really aren't that disappointing once you learn about them. So now that 11 weeks are over, I'm going to start my weekly updates. I should have started earlier, but I didn't. So I'm going to go a little bit into depth with it this time. But let's go ahead and I'll put the AI up over here so that you can see it and you can follow along as I analyze the past 11 weeks. So this is just a shot right now of the spreadsheet that I use. I actually had ChatGPT help me to make this spreadsheet. But as you can see, it has the day of the week, the dates, the weight. I weigh myself every morning, and I have for the past 11 weeks faithfully weighed myself every morning. I also log the number of calories that I eat every day. And then in the food log, it has the specific foods that I eat. And as we scroll over here to the right a little bit, you see the list of foods that I've eaten over the week. Each week has its own tab. So this is week 11. So just taking a quick scan down through this past week, you see that it isn't a traditional diet. I've had protein bar nugs. They're chicken nuggets. I eat the Costco Bear chicken nuggets. Delicious. Coke, yes, that's regular Coke. Lemon loaf, that was leftover from Starbucks because I bought it for my wife. She didn't want it. Sausage McGriddle and a hash brown. They're real. Sausage McGriddle and a hash brown from McDonald's. English muffin toasted with peanut butter on it. Hard candy. A brownie, pulled pork sandwich, malted milk ball, French bread pizza. That was delicious. I went a little crazy on it. Crackers and cheese, and the list goes on. Even this on Saturday, you see, I had a lemon bar, a mini key lime tart, and a chocolate chip cookie. So plenty of room for treats, but we'll talk about that in another video on exactly how I formatted this diet with the help of AI in order to lose weight. But let's get back to our analysis. Everything is transferred over into this tab where you see the entire past 11 weeks. You can stop the video and take a closer look if you want. But you see on May 12th, I started out at 263 pounds and pretty steadily lost weight for the past, 77 days until, well, not counting today. Yesterday I was 235.7. Notice I bumped up a half a pound. Um, that's not fat gain. That's a little bit of water weight fluctuation. It happens. So let's get into the analysis. So you see I pasted in all of the information from the spreadsheet. So it has all of the data. That's everything that I ate, the calories, the date, what I weighed in the morning. I even have some notes, not real extensive notes, but there were some times, a few days when I had to take prednisone, um, and some other issues. Like, okay, my 25th wedding anniversary was at the end of May, and I was not going to let that pass while saying, "Oh, sorry, I can't go out to eat or have any fun." I mean, 25 years, that's a big accomplishment. Um, so I went out and enjoyed it, and that's, I have that listed on here as well. Plus, I had gone to a convention for a few days, and that was, I was on my feet most of the time. So I put that in there too, because that's a lot of extra activity, a lot of more calories burned. So my question was, or what I told ChatGPT is, analyze my CICO data and tell me the key trends in my weight loss. So CICO is calories in, calories out. So it gives me a summary from May 12th to July 28th, starting out at 263 pounds, ending up at 236.6 pounds. That's 2.4 pounds of weight loss per week average. And this is not a super restrictive diet. I just watch what I eat, watch my calories and get some advice from AI when necessary. So some of the key trends, you see, it gives me my average daily calorie intake per week. I've always aimed for 1,500 per day on average, but I don't count each day as a win or a loss. I do it by the week. So 10,500 calories per week is what I shoot for. I can have big days, I can have small days. I can skip a day if I want to. I haven't. I haven't fasted. But I have had some low calorie days in the neighborhood of 600 or 800 calories. That's pretty low. But most of them have been right around 1,500 or more. So that's why you see the average daily calories per week. It's in the 1,600s. There's the third week was 1,300. I think that was my best week. There, July 7th through 13th was 1,720. I had gone to a friend's house for a meal, and I ate at Miller's Ale House locally, which is really good food, but yeah, high calories. 1504, I stayed really close to it the past 2 weeks, 1504 and 1519. So it gives me my best weight loss weeks. Show me how some of them were slower, like this July 19th through 22nd. I had a higher intake. I had some prednisone, so there was a water bump. And, with the high intake, I'm well below what I should take for maintenance. So I'm burning fat in the background, even though a high intake like that really, adds some salt and carbohydrates into it, more carbohydrates. So, it can cause you to hold on to water, but that goes away quickly. Calorie spikes correlate with weight bumps. So anytime I would have a day of 2,000 to 2,200 or pretty consistently, that would bump my weight. Sometimes a pound or two. Sometimes there was one time my weight went up like 5 pounds in a day. No way did I gain 5 pounds in a day. But those are the things that used to keep me from sticking to a diet, or the little disappointments like that. But these are the things you can put into chat or whatever AI you choose to use. And it can help you to analyze why you may see that scale bump and keep you from going off track completely. Soda intake. And the one thing, well, not just the one thing, but one of the things that I really wanted on this diet was something that allowed me to have my treats. Um, I enjoy drinking Coke. Yeah, I could drink Diet Coke if I wanted, but I don't like Diet Coke, so why would I do that? But um, I don't go crazy on it, but I do have a Coke a day. Sometimes I have two. There are times when I've had three, but I do try to keep it in check. So, but it does account for 90 calories that's like one of the 7.5 ounce Cokes, up to 280 calories a day or sometimes more. Empty calories, yes, I know they're empty calories, but if I were to reduce that and add in the same amount of calories of chicken or broccoli or something else, it wouldn't accelerate my fat loss anymore. Just probably would be a little healthier, that's all. So weekends are something that chat really picked up on, because it used to be that I'd pretty much go off the rails. I would account for the weekends. I'd eat lower during the week so that I could go crazy on weekends and eat higher calories. I we go out to eat with friends, and I have my grandson over sometimes on the weekends. He likes to get pizza, and we have this thing where we go to Dairy Queen together for blizzards. So those are things I wanted to keep in my diet. Sometimes it would cause my weekends to spike, but but I would balance it out with lower calorie days, sticking close to 15 to 1600. And that's what it's recommending. Keep the weekly averages near 15 to 1600 a day, to sustain the pace. Avoid the back-to-back high calorie days. That's tough sometimes because you can't always account for the unknown, right? I mean, sometimes friends ask you out to eat, and you don't want to be that guy, that says, "Oh, sorry, I can't go out. I'm on a diet." Nobody wants to hear that. Use soda and candy as rewards after low calorie meals. Um, yeah, okay. Uh, I try. I don't. I don't take nearly as much prednisone as I used to before I lost weight. So I was sick a few weeks ago though, so I'm kind of dealing with that. But um, it seems to be getting a lot better now that I've lost weight. So it gives me my weekly summary weight loss. You see, I lost a lot of weight the first week. Some of it was water weight. And then I just kind of, well, there June 2nd through 8th, I dropped a lot of weight too. But, that was probably, I was spiked a little bit high and then I dropped it. Chat has called it a whoosh. That's, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a real thing where you hold on to that water weight for a while because your body doesn't want to, release it, or maybe you have higher sodium or something, and eventually it just kind of whoosh goes away. So that happens. And then when I had the most progress, when I stalled, interestingly, since I kept my calories at around 1500 per week, I never stopped losing fat. There were times when I stalled, but it's not really a plateau. It's just for some reason or another, my body didn't, the scale didn't change. But I've been noticing changes in the way clothing fits and everything. So um, I can live with those brief amount of times whenever the scale doesn't move, or maybe it moves in the wrong direction, because I know that I'm still losing fat in the background. So let's go on down here to the next. Oh, here's our bottom line. Your weight loss is very consistent for someone eating normal food, handling health issues, which I don't have many, and not using extreme restriction. You've built in recovery strategies after setbacks and show strong momentum going into August. So that's good. I'm ready to get into August too. So, are there any days or weeks that stand out as anomalies? By the way, I asked Chat what I should ask it to get the most information, and these are some of the prompts that it gave me. So, there were some anomalies. Let me see, June 16th through 22nd, my weight went up 2.9 pounds, even though my calories averaged 1,585. So, um, I took some prednisone. I had some big meals. I went to Chili's and I ate regular food. Mission Barbecue, we had a funeral that we attended on Zoom, of a family member, and we had some friends over that, or family members over, that came and watched it with us, and we brought in some Mission Barbecue as to feed them. And let me tell you, you got a lot of barbecue in the house, and you know, you're, it's a diet killer. But I went a little bit crazy. 1,635 calories just on the barbecue, and then the cornbread. Oh, the cornbread was so good, and I ate it. I had 500 calories worth of cornbread. So a high sodium and carb load, but the next week I dropped 5.4 pounds. See, I held on to the water, and then I ended up losing it again. July 2nd through 8th, what happened? I lost 7 pounds, averaging 1,407 calories a day. What would that be? That would be a net deficit of 3,500 calories per day. No way. Um, it's just averaging out because of the water weight. So it's not about a win or a lose every day. There it has my May 30th was my anniversary, but some friends took us out to a nice restaurant, and I enjoyed it. There's some others you can stop and look at them. if you want, I'll just kind of take my time going down through here. So, what's the takeaway? Your body responds very predictably, huh? It's, I guess, the first time anybody said that to me. Um, High sodiums or prednisone, boy, it keeps harping on that prednisone. I only took it for like 3 or 4 days. Short-term spikes, you recover fast when calories drop. Most are anomalies are fluid related, not fat gain. No true stall ever lasted more than a few days. I didn't even have a stall. I didn't stop losing weight. Okay, next question, next prompt. Which foods or habits helped me the most? Eating later in the day. This is something that not everybody can do. When I tell some people that I do this, they can't believe it. But I will not eat until 2 o'clock in the afternoon or later. I call it. I personally call it delaying hunger. So if I get hungry at 11 a.m., I'll just tell myself, well, let's wait until 12 and we'll see where we're at. And then at 12, I may say, well, we'll wait till 1 to see where we're at. Or I may just forget about it. I may not be hungry by then. But eating later in the day allows me to have a smaller eating window. Plus, I stay up late. I mean, it's after midnight, 10 minutes after midnight now as I'm filming this. So, there are also times when I do eat breakfast. Particularly a number of times I've had a sausage McGriddle and hash brown. It's like I, I enjoy that. So sometimes I allow myself to have that treat. But it does make the day a little bit harder because then I have to really balance my calories out or go over and balance the next day. Quick recovery after splurges. So that's just kind of give me a pat on the back there. Watching sodium after spikes, again, things that I did right. So chicken nuggets are one of my go-to meals. I eat them almost every day. Um, and I do eat the Costco brand bear nuggets. They're lightly breaded. They're tasty, but they're only 47 calories per ounce. So you can get a lot of protein in there. It's similar to what if it was just like a plain chicken breast in calories. So um, you can get a lot of food in there, and it does hold you over. The chicken nuggets hold you over. Now I add broccoli to it sometimes. I didn't at first, but I do now. Shrimp. Yeah, I ate shrimp for a couple weeks. I'm kind of over it now. Peanut butter. I have loved peanut butter ever since I was a little kid, especially toasted peanut butter. So I do measure the or weigh the peanut butter carefully, and I account for all the calories. Typically, it's for peanut butter toast, it's 300 or no, it's 400 calories for peanut butter toast because I like potato bread at about 90 or 100 calories each slice, and then I eat a couple hundred calories worth of peanut butter on it. English muffins too. It's just they're tasty. And oranges, clementines. I've tried to add fruit in lately to get the little bit of fiber and the sugar that goes along with it. It's been a kind of a tasty addition. Protein bars have also been great. I bought a big box of the Reese's One protein bars. I think they're 220 or 240 calories, but they can be a nice treat. Um, Kind of hold you over, give you something that kind of tastes like a candy bar. Not really, but at least the protein in it holds you over. There's some other things that I eat. You can pause the video if you want to look closer. So the big picture, low effort, repeatable meals. Yes, I eat the same thing all of the time. Um, Chipotle, I like Chipotle. Uh, I just I work better if I eat the same meal a lot. So that's what I do. My next prompt, estimate my maintenance calorie level based on this data. So based on the data, they can estimate it, blah, blah, blah. Starting weight 263, ending weight 236, lost 26.4 pounds. Let me just pause here to say 26 pounds is a lot. I mean, um, If you grab a case of water, those 16.9-ounce waters, 24 of them, you're right around 26 pounds, I think, maybe a little under. So imagine carrying that around with you all day. I mean, that's how much weight 26 pounds is. It feels a lot. My knees feel better. I feel better. Um, I'm breathing better. It's just a good thing. 2.4 pounds a week, that's steady weight loss. I'm happy with that. You always want to lose more, but once you're into it a few weeks and you start to see the difference, 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds is pretty good. So there, it gives me the daily average. Maintenance calorie estimate is about 2,700 calories a day. So I'm not super active, but I do a lot of activities during the day, cleaning the house. I do try to walk a little bit, although I find walking to be incredibly boring. Um, I play virtual reality games. I have a VR headset, thanks to my grandson. He introduced that to me. So that burns some calories, and I deliver some DoorDash and Uber Eats. So that, all these things add up. It's those little things. They call it NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, NEAT. So if you're burning, some calories doing some uh, jittering or moving your feet around or whatever, just standing up, pacing while you're on the phone or standing while you're watching videos on TV burns extra calories. So that 2,700 is my TDEE, or my total daily energy expenditure. So if I stick to the 1,500, roughly 1,600 per day, I'm basically cutting about 1,000 calories a day, which is 2 pounds a week. So that's right in where I want to be. So another thing it tells me is that when you drop down below 230 pounds, maintenance may dip closer. So as you lose weight, you burn less for the uh, same amount of effort, which makes sense because you're moving less weight around. But it's not enough to really make that big of a difference. But when I get down closer to maybe um, 210 or less, I may need to add in some additional activity during the day to account for it. So there's my 11-week progress report. It's my first progress report that I'm sharing here. I'm going to try and do one every week, and we'll see where we can take this thing. My goal right now is 185 pounds. So I should, according to conversations that I've had with Chat, I should be able to reach that maybe mid-January 2026. So that's what I'm shooting for. It's July. What is it? It's early morning, July 29th, 2025. So we've got about 6 months to go, 5 months to go, and I'll be at my goal weight. But until then, we'll continue to stay the course, make some changes along the way. We'll try some new and interesting things, and hopefully you'll get a lot out of it. I'm enjoying the ride, and I'm learning a lot too. So thanks for watching. I appreciate the support, and we'll get on this journey together. Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next time.